Hello, welcome back to True to Leading You podcast, where we chat about realistic leadership theories. On today's podcast, we're continuing the entrepreneurial series, welcoming amazing Black women who are doing amazing things in their business to connect with community. And we have so good desserts, food, and I'm so happy that we have the amazing Carlette from Carlette's pop-up shop. Oh, I can't wait to talk about that cheesecake dessert. I'm so in love with cheesecake. Carlette, thank you so much for joining us. But before we begin, I would like to acknowledge that we are in the Discovery Center space. And so in case you hear some kids, we're in an amazing way of allowing them to enjoy the exhibition today. And so, yeah, let's get right into the conversation. Carlette, how are you?
Fine, thanks. How are you?
Oh, I'm good. When I saw that this is what you have to bring, because life is sweet, I'm really in the mood of learning more about your business. But I'll let Josh answer the first question, and then we'll go from there.
Yeah, our first question is kind of just a simple one. It's just like introduce yourself and about your business.
I'm Carlette Gray from Carlette's Pop-Up Shop. I specialize in chocolate-covered strawberries, other dipped chocolate treats, as well as some baked goods. Recently, I started doing some party favors and some luxury picnics as well.
I wish, I told her earlier, I said, why didn't you bring any of these for me to sample them and just eat it all and then tell you which one I like and which one I want to buy right now in this moment. But on a serious note, I'm so happy that you are using your creative talents on dessert, being talented in bringing that uniqueness of what you bring to your space. What is unique about this amazing pop-up shop?
Well, each individual order is uniquely crafted to individualize each person. So basically, you don't really see any order the same.
That's really nice. That's really nice. Yeah.
Is that something you enjoy? Is it?
I do. I am a pretty creative person, so I like to be able to create different
Challenge
things.
yourself in that way, yeah. I guess kind of our next question we had, which kind of relates, is how did you know you wanted to do this or become an entrepreneur or have a business?
To be honest, I did not know I wanted to do this. It's kind of something that I fell into, and I just took it by storm at that point. I took one order, and it led to other people just reaching out and wanting, and then it didn't stop.
So did you like bake to begin with and kind of just start selling your stuff, or?
I did bake to begin with, but just for fun, just for like recreational activities.
That's really nice. I think that that's really good to start off with experimenting things in your own home, because that's where it always starts, where you produce this idea of trying different flavors, trying different food. How did you connect the flavors in everything to make? I'm curious with the hot chocolate bombs. How did you? Is there a special recipe in those bombs that you have there?
There's not really a special recipe. Hot chocolate bombs were trending back about maybe 2 years ago.
Yeah.
So I kind of just fell with that, what was trending. People were interested.
What about the piñata cakes?
A piñata cake is basically a hollow chocolate shape. You fill it with chocolates or candies, gift cards. You can put a ring inside, a necklace.
Okay, I see the engagement here, the engagement idea. Okay.
Gift cards. Basically anything small you can put inside of that hollow shape, and you get a mallet that goes with it. So you crack it open.
That's really amazing. With all these creative ideas that you have and creative tastes that you have as well, who inspired you? Who are those role models in your life that inspires you to continue what you do in this area?
For baking, I definitely would say my grandmother. She was an entrepreneur of her own. I grew up with her baking tea biscuits, homemade rolls, pies, just for everybody in the neighborhood. You could call her any day, any time, and ask her, and the next day she would have it ready for you. You just have to stop by and pick it up.
Wow.
And the smiles on everyone's faces when they received them just lit up her day as well as their day. So I get inspired when I think about that.
Yeah, I think that our grandmothers are always the ones who, it starts with that eldership of them giving us their words of wisdom and trying to connect us in that positive way. So thank you so much for sharing that.
Yeah, the experience is really key for sure. And I guess maybe moving into our next question that kind of relates is, from your experience, talking to people that may be watching this, thinking about making their own business, whether it be in baking or any other, business, what's your message to those people trying to, inspire?
Just do it.
Yeah.
It's never going to be the perfect timing. Just do it and see what happens. Because at the end, the only thing you can regret is the chances that you never took.
Right.
Wow, just do it.
Just do it.
Just do it.
Just do it.
I think that's an action call, and we're not trying to bring the Nike actual sign in here, promo, but that is such a true statement of doing things. How do you continue to engage yourself to stay accountable to being creative, not giving up on these ideas? How do you continue?
I think about my customers. I feel I built a community, and which is really important to me.
Right.
And to see when they're happy, I'm happy.
That's right.
Right. And especially with food, right? That's very personal. There's a lot of love in there too. So
Food's a big deal.
those customers, they want to come back when you have that passion in your baking.
And when you give good customer service, they'll always come back.
Oh yeah, they'll always bring that love and hope towards you.
And that was actually our next question: is
Yeah.
how do you sustain, your clients over time and build that up?
Just going above and beyond, just providing good customer service.
Hard work.
Hard work.
Dedication.
You have to put the love into it.
Yeah. Yeah.
And how do you, I guess, on the other side of that, how do you expand? Like, how do you find new clientele through social media, probably?
Social media, I've just recently started marketing really on social media, but majority of my clients and customers come from word of mouth. So recommendation, which is one of the best ways to get a new customer.
Wow, that's really amazing. You're doing such amazing things with this business, and I'm really curious of where are you headed next? What is expanding? What are your thoughts of moving to the next level with this?
I have a few projects on the go. One would be to help other entrepreneurs in this industry.
Yeah.
The second would be to help the children in my community, like doing little workshops and things, just teaching them little skills.
That's really good. Educational resources, but also being a mentor and a guide to others in the industry. Audience, I would say it's really good that you can bring that as a resource. And if folks want to contact you, what are some of the ways to reach you? I know you have a ton of social media promo here.
You can contact me through Facebook, which I'm not really that active on. So I would say email me if that's the only way of communication. My Instagram, usually a day or two, I'll respond back to you. And then recently, back in November, I launched a website. So www.carlettespopupshop.ca.
And what's your email?
info@carlettespopupshop.ca.
Awesome. You got it. Carlette, thank you so much. I am so hungry now just thinking about all these desserts that you have here, just reading them off. I'm definitely going to connect with you for those cheesecake desserts and those hot chocolate bombs, because I feel like that's something that I really love as a person and a human. But to close this episode, we always like to close up with a word of inspiration, a saying, a quote, to leave our audience thinking, inspired. What do you got for us?
Just giving back. When you give, it comes back to you tenfold.
And that's a good way of ending. Giving is such a way of being, and it has to come from the heart. It has to come from the heart. It has to come from a way of being passionate about what you do. And thank you so much for sharing your passion. I can see it all over you, all the goodness. And thank you so much. I love this logo that brings a whole different uniqueness. Listening audience, as you continue to grow, continue to allow yourself to connect, continue to allow yourself to stay engaged, don't give up, just do it and continue to build. Have a good day, and we'll see you at the next episode.